Hello everyone, I'm Alan Thrall here at Untamed Strength Gym in Sacramento, California. Giving you guys a quick gym tour. Actually not a quick one, pretty in-depth one. Updated gym tour as of January 2024. Quick recap of Untamed Strength. I opened the gym in 2013, so it's been 10 years ago, just over 10 years. I started right down the street, literally a quarter mile down that way, in about a less than 1,000 square foot warehouse. And that's including the bathroom and some space that was really low ceiling, not very usable. So less than 1,000 square feet. And then I was there for 2 years, 2013 to 2015. And then in 2015, I moved right down the street here, maybe another half a mile, less than half a mile. I was there for 1 year, and that was about 2,000 square feet with a huge office. So a little less than 2,000 square feet of usable space. I was there for 1 year. And then in 2016, I moved into this spot that we're currently in. There's 3 rooms that I'll show you. We moved into the middle room, the powerlifting room in 2016. That was 4,000 square feet. And then in 2019, I expanded over to the Strongman side, which I'll show you first. That was an additional 4,000 square feet. And in 2022, I expanded up that way for another 4,000 square feet. So the current place is 12,000 square feet. And that was in 2022. So I want to show you everything I got here. Come on in. The gym's a 24-hour access gym. You sign up, you get your own key fob, come use the gym whenever you want. All right, so walking in, this is the Strongman side of the gym. We will start over here. So this is the Atlas Stone area. Atlas Stones go from 70 pounds up to 440 pounds. This is a Beast Metals stone loading platform. It goes from about 60 inches down to 40 inches, 41 inches. And Beast Metals is no longer in business. He was very big in Strongman and strength training equipment 10 years ago, 7 years ago, in that range. This is a stone over bar area. So I built this ramp with a little backboard. You can do stone over bar and the stone should roll back to you so that you can do repetitions by yourself. You don't need someone else over there to roll the stone back. Flipping around, I'll show you guys the Husafell stones. This is like a shield carry. So we've got various Husafell stones, a couple of Beast Metals stones. I believe this one is Titan Fitness. This was donated to the gym. Someone was moving, couldn't take it with them, so he left it here. These are some big dummy carries. You carry it just like a Husafell. This is a high temp Husafell. These range from 95 pounds to 275. This is a rubberized Husafell, and then a baby Husafell. This giant keg over here is a 500-pound keg. Flipping around, we've got some Strongman implements lined up on the shelves. We'll start over here with the frames. So we've got a couple of homemade frames made by the members. This is a MB Power Center dead sled. Here we've got some circus dumbbells. We've got Beast Metals circus dumbbells, MB Power Center, Big Dog, both of these two. Rogue bells, the circular bells, some more Beast Metals, more Rogue. We've got a Thomas Inch dumbbell, unliftable dumbbell down there. Texas Power Concepts circus dumbbell. And some sandbags. These are all Rogue, Cerberus, or Ironmine sandbags from 60 pounds up to a 400-pound sandbag. And then some kegs. We've got a MB Power Center loadable keg, as well as various kegs from 80 pounds to 500 pounds over there. Now let's flip around to here. This is the Olympic weightlifting platform. There's nothing special about this platform, but I try to designate this platform and this other platform back here is a weightlifting platform, bumper plates only. If you've used a deadlift platform, you know that the sides can get pretty chewed up just from the iron plates being dropped. So this is bumper plates only, no iron plates on this platform, just to preserve the platform a bit. It's a Legend rack and it's a double half rack. So we got a half rack here and then a half rack on the other side, separated by the plate storage. We got some Rogue wooden jerk blocks. These are competition kilo bumpers from, we got Troy, Rogue, there's some Penlay and Elenco plates over here. Penlay's no longer in business, I'm pretty sure. Back here we got some rubber stones. Rogue rubber stones, 200, 150. These are nice for doing stone over bar for multiple reps without worrying about the concrete because they can drop on the ground. And then a big anchor chain back there, a big soft stone also. Moving over here, this is our other weightlifting platform. This weightlifting platform, again, no iron plates, bumpers only. It is pretty chewed up and it needs to be replaced, but I've been putting it off just because I've spent so much time putting this design on this platform. I just don't want to get rid of it. I could remove this top piece and put it on new plywood, but I think that I glued the plywood together. That's one thing I don't do anymore that I used to do. I used to glue the pieces together. When you're making a deadlift platform, you don't need to use wood glue. Just use wood screws and you're good. If you ever need to move the platform or if you want to take a part of it and put it on another one, you can't do that if it's glued together. So don't glue the platforms. Got some more bumpers over here. These are pound bumpers. A couple more jerk blocks. This way, dumbbells. These are some of the original dumbbells that I had when I first opened the gym. I didn't want to get rid of them. We've bought new dumbbells since, but I just moved them over here so that each room has its own set of dumbbells. Still have the prison dumbbells that I've talked about over the years. These were from Folsom Prison, confiscated by the guards, and then one of the guards sold them to me. These ones and these ones back here. Got a couple just sprinkled throughout, some grip implements. These are blobs. These are half of York Legacy dumbbells for grip training. These are fat bells. So a fat bell is like a kettlebell dumbbell hybrid. They're the handle's in the center of the dumbbell, and they're really nice for doing overhead press or dumbbell press or even rows because they're very streamlined. So there's not, you don't have a big cumbersome dumbbell that hits you as you're doing presses. You can get it really tight. And if you're doing kettlebell swing and press, this is nice because the dumbbell doesn't move, or the kettlebell doesn't move. It doesn't flip over onto your wrist. This is a hammer strength half rack. So this rack, I've told the story a couple times, but this rack was I purchased it used. It was involved in a structure fire, or it was inside of someone's house that caught on fire. And some of the plastic was burned. It was covered in soot and burn marks, but it was being sold for really cheap. It was still standing there as everything else was burnt around it. So I purchased it for very cheap, cleaned it up, got a drill here, got rid of a lot of the soot. Some of the plastic pieces were just ripped off, some were replaced, and it works nicely. These two platforms back here are actually on, these two racks are on deadlift platforms, just so that you could squat, overhead press, do whatever you want to do in the rack. You can also use this as a deadlift platform. This platform, or this rack, and this rack over here, this is a Penlay half rack, and this is bomb-proof. This is like one of the strongest racks, might be my favorite rack. And it's no longer, Penlay no longer sells equipment, like I said, I don't think. Rest in peace, Glenn Penlay. That's a half rack. These two spots are probably my favorite spots to squat because they're tucked away in the back, you're facing a wall, you're on your own. Nobody's walking in front of you or behind you. It's nice to just tuck yourself away and bang out some squats. Some kettlebells here. We got various barbells around the gym, which I'll talk about in a minute. This, before we get out of this corner, this is a Squat Max MD belt squat. Stand up here, belt goes here, flip this out, and you do a belt squat. It's like a pin-loaded belt squat. We'll flip around, go over this way. This is our Stairmaster. We got some various different specialty bars. I'm trying to think of the word. Trap bars, kabuki trap bar, rogue trap bar, whatever, no-name trap bar, a bunch of logs, Saxon bar, axle bars, Swiss bars, a bunch of different safety squat bars. Probably have four or five safety squat bars, safety squat bars, I think. Tsunami bar back there. Logs. So logs, we've got a 240 Big Dog log. We've got Pitbull, Beast Metals logs, MB Power Center logs. All our crash pads are tucked away over there. We've got some ammo cans back here. Ammo cans are used for carrying, but also like block pressing. I didn't even mention that actually. Over in that first corner, we got some Mauser blocks, pressing blocks. These are cages, silver dollar cages. And let's head over this way and get out of these guys' way. The couple of platforms over on the Strongman side of the gym are the 8x8 platforms. They're not 4x8 deadlift platforms, so 8 feet wide, 8 feet deep. And the reason is people using these for axle cleaner press, log press, they need some room to move. They shouldn't be confined to a 4 foot wide deadlift platform. And I've got these 2 racks. You can just stay right there, John. With these 2 racks, these are the monster racks. So these are extremely tall, very deep, wide. It's not just a flex to say, look how big my rack is. But the reason for them is so the big, tall guys, if you're over 6 feet tall, you can do overhead presses inside of the rack. You can do log press inside of the rack, and you have enough room vertically, but also enough depth to move back and forth. So you're not confined to a tiny rack. These bumper plates here, these are Fleck bumper plates. And these bumper plates were purchased by some guy who bought them in 2020 when the pandemic hit. He bought them all to himself on Rogue Fitness. I don't even think the guy lifts weights, but he bought them all and he was selling them. He was trying to price gouge them. So he's trying to sell them more than he bought so he can make a couple bucks. Well, for whatever reason, nobody wanted to buy these. And so he was stuck with these bumpers for over a year. So in 2021, I contacted him. I said, hey, I'll buy these bumpers. And so he sold them to me for a little less than he made. So he ended up losing money. But I bought all these bumpers from him because he was trying to make a couple bucks. Ended up losing a couple bucks. Some Rogue iron or steel jerk blocks. Back here we've got some grip implements. A bunch of different Napalm Nightmare, Satan's butt plug, this guy, a globe, all kinds of grip stuff. Some different Rolling Thunder, Grip Genie. This is not mine, but this was one of the members. Got some wagon wheels, rubberized wagon wheels. This is a Gorilla Strength crusher, grip crusher. Some plates back here, some more logs. Rogue log, this was the first log that I ever bought at the first gym, the first Untamed Strength. This is a Titan log. This is a rackable log. We have another Titan log that bent. Someone dropped it and it totally bent, so we chopped it up and made it into a rackable log so you could put it in the squat rack. Different tanks back here. So we got the smaller tanks, the torque tanks back there. Bigger tanks right here. Some more farmer sandals. These are the first farmer sandals I bought when I trained Bella Vista High School football team. We used these during summer camp. This is the MB Power Center, solid axle, some fat grip loadable handles. These bumpers, so we'll come right around here, John. These bumpers are just old, most of them are old junk bumpers, not all of them. Like these are new bumpers, these are Strength Co. Bumpers, so these are very nice. But these bumpers we take outside. So I don't mind if they get a little bit chewed up or dirty because we're using them outside in the parking lot. All the other bumpers I like to keep inside on the platforms. Some Elite TS prowlers, some Titan Fitness prowlers, a bunch of poles that I have in excess. These are Rogue sandbags, farmers carry sandbags. I think they're jerry can sandbags. And a whole bunch of farmers implements that I'll run through. MB Power Center loadable top loading handles. These are the big dog farmers handles. And then back there, there's an attachment to make a big dog frame. These back here were homemade, custom made by one of the members. They are farmers handles as well as a Husafeld. These are the Texas Power Concepts IFSA style handles. These are Beast Metals farmers handles. These are the grilled cheese farmers handles. Just solid steel plate, very heavy. Well, they're 155 each. Solid inch steel plate welded together. Beast Metals handles. These are the Slater's wooden handles. And we got a set of the pre-made barbells for your curling and upright row needs. John, you can do one quick little pan, and then we'll move on to the next room. We've also got rings up here. I forgot to mention that. Got rings up here. And I get comments often when I'm using these. People say, is that strong enough? Aren't you worried that's going to rip out of the wall? It's in the beam. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 bolts. So it's good. We got a rope here. These bolts are through that steel beam. steel beam up there, which took me an entire day just to drill all those holes. So this is a rope climb here. Let me show you I didn't talk about the pressing block. I mentioned it, but I forgot to when we were over here. So these are the pressing blocks. This is a Titan Fitness block back here. These are the Mauser blocks, that loadable blocks that you can buy at Texas Power Concepts. And then we got some duck walk implements also. This one actually, this was used at when Strongman Corporation was North American Strongman. This was used at Nationals for, I don't know if it was for a duck walk or a power stairs. The guy sold it to me, told me that, so I believe him. Now we'll go to the powerlifting side of the room, or the strength training side. You might not be a power lifter. So coming over here, you do a quick pan of the room. Benches, dumbbells, squat racks, deadlift platforms, a couple of machines, a lot of plates, and a lot of barbells. So we'll just kind of run through, going this way. Lat pull down machine. These are all, other than this one, this is the Rogue West Side bench that I purchased with the money that I got one year from recycled cans. These are Elite FTS benches. These are my favorite. These are like the Cadillac of benches. They're sturdy, they got the plate storage, and they've got the safety pins. Durable, heavy duty safety pins. So for safety, but also you could do pin press on these benches. You don't have to do pin press inside of a squat rack. It's got adjustable J-hooks up and down, grippy wide pad, and then the elevated spotter platform here. So you can get good leverage when you're spotting. And a little quick tidbit. If your gym has plates like this, or plate storage like this, the 45s actually go up top like this. They don't go down here on the ground. So that you can just do an easy plate on, plate off. Most people think that the heavy plates are at the bottom. Leave them up top. We've got some calibrated plates here. A seated shoulder press. This is a incline bench press that CJ's using. He's using the camber bar there, the cambered bench bar. And then let's head over this way. Dumbbells. These are rubber coated Avanco dumbbells from 5 up to 100. And then more Avanco dumbbells, steel. They don't make these in, I don't think they make these in rubber coated because they would be enormous. 105 up to 150. We got a pair of 155s over there. And some benches. These are all Rogue incline benches, adjustable benches. Preacher curl, decline bench, a captain's chair for dips and for leg raises. A couple combo racks. So I'll show you the combo racks as we get there. This is an Elite FTS combo rack. More calibrated plates here. We've got over here, this is another bomb-proof piece of equipment. Elite FTS, I think it's 3x3 collegiate racks is what they're called. Good depth, sturdy rack. Thompson fat pad over there. This here is the R3 power rack. This is the rack that I bought before I had Untamed Strength. This was the rack in my gym. It's still just as good as new. Probably my favorite rack. That's my favorite place to squat back here. This would be my favorite rack, the R3. I like the 2-inch width. The Monster, the RML Rogue Monster lights have the 3-inch, so they're wider, which means that the rack is closer to the plates. So when people walk out, they tend to hit each side. I don't think that's necessary, the 3x3. 2x3 is good enough. And I should mention, so the gym, this powerlifting side of the gym is all outfitted with Troy calibrated pound plates. So these are all accurate plates. The Strongman side, if you noticed, I didn't talk about the plates, but those are just assorted plates from 49 pounds down to 42 pounds and everywhere in between. Just random plates over there. But these are all outfitted with matching plates in this side of the gym. A number of different things back here. Benches, or what are these things? Box squats, pads, chest supported, bells of steel, chest supported, row, a bunch of other stuff. Those are J-hooks for dumbbells you can put in the rack so you don't have to heave the dumbbells up. These are rack pull bars. So these bars are all beat up, shoot up. They're like homemade buffalo bars just from people damaging the bar, doing rack pulls or something with good bars. So now they're designated rack pull bars, marked with red tape. If you want to scoot back and show the two monolifts. Monolifts from Elite FTS. This is great for the geared lifters who don't need to walk out the weight when they're wearing a squat suit, or if you have a whole bunch of band tension or chains, you don't want to walk out, 700 pounds in the back of bands and chains and weight when you're got knee wraps on and squat suit or briefs. You're doing box squats, so you just stand up, the arm swings, and you perform your lift and it racks. Another combo rack here. This is the Ghost combo rack. This is a premium combo rack, probably the most money you could spend on a combo rack. That's not a flex, that's just I don't know, just the way it is. It's a very, very heavy rack. It's only 2x2, so it's not as big and bulky as those Rogue ones that I'll show you, but it's still very heavy. I think it's 510 pounds. So you can do squats and bench in it, and the rack's not gonna move around. Here we've got another Elite FTS Collegiate 3x3 rack. Chains. These chains were purchased locally from a rigging company. So it was like a crane company, I think, and the cranes use these chains, and I was able to purchase some. They looked at me like I was crazy when I told them what I was using them for, but they'll sell them in, I think, 3 foot increments. 3 feet would be the least amount that they'll chop it. But I bought those from there. Some more bars. So I'll talk quickly about the bars. This is the Semper Fi bar from Strength Co. that I got to show you. The American flag Semper Fi Marine Corps bar. We have dozens of different types of barbells. Power bars, Olympic bars, the Pyros Demas Olympic weightlifting bar, a bunch of Rogue bars, Westside bars. We've got squat bars that are 25 kilos. We have a 30 kilo squat bar. We have a 25 kilo bench bar. Crazy, I know, it's just for benching. So I've actually made an Instagram post about all the bars, listening to all the bars we have. It's way too in-depth to go over it now, but if you can name a bar, we probably have it. Other than Eleiko power bars. I have not pulled the trigger and bought an Eleiko power bar. Some more specialty bars over here in the corner. Westside Bully bar, the Elite FTS Camber Spider bar, Elite FTS Safety Squat bar, Mars bar, Elite FTS American Camber bar. This is, I believe, Rogue cambered bar. The American barbell, I think is where this came from. American barbell Swiss bar, football bar. This is my favorite Swiss bar because it's got this groove here, so you can do overhead press and it fits right around your neck. You can do bench press and just this part touches. When you have the big bar like this, it kind of feels weird, awkward when it touches your chest. What is this? This is a Kabuki Transformer bar, a Rogue Buffalo bar, a Kabuki Cadillac bar, a Kabuki Duffalo bar, another Elite FTS Safety Squat bar, a rackable curl bar, some harnesses for your BDSM pleasure. Over here, these are the 3x3 Rogue Fat Pad combo racks. I got 2 of them. More barbells over here. This is actually that bench bar I told you about. Bench only. Ask me what the difference is. I can't tell you, but I bought it. We'll move over here and not bother these guys too much. We got some deadlift platforms, 4x8 platforms. I'll show you the big one once we get there. Wagon wheels, MB Power Center. These are for elevated pulls, so you can put the bar in to lift them up higher. An MB Power Center platform here. We got another MB Power Center platform back there that I passed. This is the Sorinex inverse leg curl. So you would get up on this, feet in here, this is on your chest. You go down, you do a leg curl like a Nordic hamstring curl, and you put weight on it to assist you. So you can do body weight leg curls with some assistance for weight. This is a T-bar row. Elite FTS back, 45-degree back extension, Rogue belt squat, reverse hyper being appropriately used right now, and this is an Elite FTS sissy squat. If we flip around, we got more calibrated plates, more barbells. So the reason for the coloring of the barbells is just to differentiate yellow bars or deadlift bars, blue bars or squat bars, unmarked bars or power bars that you would use for whatever you want. We got green bars for weightlifting bars, red bars for rack pull bars. a bunch more calibrated plates here, and then the matching RML3 Rogue power racks. This platform here, this is probably the thing I get most questions about of any piece of equipment. What is all this? This is like an abacus. So it's used for counting your sets. So you would say, I did 1 set, slide that over. And you do another, I did 2 sets, slide that over. So you can keep track of your sets. Or it can be used for banded deadlifts. So you put the bar down here, you stretch a band from here to here, it goes over the bar, and then you would do deadlifts. And you can do this at various heights just to get band tension at certain heights of your pull. You could also do a reverse band deadlift. So you put the bands across, put the barbell on top of the bands, and then it stretches down so it gives you some pop out of the bottom. It's for banded. These are band pegs, just a number of different heights for the bands. Okay, let's head over to the newest edition, which was 2022, so it's been 2 years now. This is, what do we call this room? The bodybuilding room, the cardio room, the CrossFit room. What would you call it?
The Globo Gym.
Globo Gym room?
Yeah.
The personal training room?
Personal training room.
The overflow room?
Overflow.
The I want to mind my own business room, so I get away from everyone. The I don't want to hear the music, so I go in that room.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll head over there. I guess we'll leave it on so I can show you the most important part.
CrossFit room.
Front desk. Drinks, fridge, lockers, cubbies, shelves, locker rooms that I made out of the shelves. This was one of the members, shout out to Andy. He actually gave a good suggestion. Final room. This is where the cardio equipment, the other cardio equipment, the real cardio equipment would be the sleds, the crawler sleds. These are incline treadmills. They go up the highest incline, I think, of any treadmill. They go to 90 degrees. You literally walk 90 degrees, close to it. Stairmaster, elliptical, rower, assault bike. Another assault bike back here. Ski erg. Assisted dips, assisted pull-up machine. GHD, GHR, whatever you want to call it. Treadmill, assault runner. So this thing, I should make a video about this. I really like this. I do a lot of speed work on this. So if I can't get out and do it outside. But this thing, it allows for quick start-stop. So you can run and then slow down and just walk. And then run, slow down and walk. You can't do that on a treadmill. You have to press the beep, 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 beep to go down or to speed it up. This is controlled by how fast you want to run. It's also, the curve actually is a little less impact. So if you're a bigger guy or gal and you want to run, just having this curve, I don't know what about it, but you just kind of, the way your foot strikes, it's not as jarring as running on the ground. So it feels pretty good on your ankles, knees, hips if you're a bigger runner. This is a Lead TS plate loadable hamstring curl and leg extension, decline sit-ups, chest fly, reverse fly, and if you go over here, you'll see we have judgments here at Untamed Strength. We'll go back over this way. Lat pullover, hammer strength lat pullover. Watson gym equipment Viking press. Back there we have Precor cable tower, lat pull down, seated row. Back there, Elite TS calf raise, a shoulder raise deltoid machine, a Genesis dual cable cross functional trainer, and then flipping around this centerpiece, this is the giant rig. So this is a good footprint for the amount of squat racks we can have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squat racks for benching areas or overhead pressing areas. That's why I call this the overflow room. If you don't want a rack or you don't want the powerlifting equipment or the strongman equipment, you can just come up here and do your thing. And then monkey bars that go up to 15 feet, 16 feet, I forget. Putting this together was a nightmare, and purchasing it was a nightmare as well. I won't tell the whole story, but I bought this thing from Rogue. It was shipped. I got a phone call from UPS They said, hey, your packages, it was like 100 packages, have arrived. They're here at Sacramento. You can come schedule delivery. Anyways, scheduled delivery, it wasn't delivered, it wasn't delivered, it wasn't delivered. Postpone, postpone, postpone. So I called and I said, where is this? Why isn't it delivered? They said, we can't find it. It's been lost. And it was like, how many, you remember all the boxes, John? Stacked up? The boxes of this thing?
Yeah.
Like 40 different boxes.
Yeah.
It was lost. I don't know why. So I contacted Rogue. They sent me another one. Pretty crazy. Okay, let's wrap this up. So over this way, hammer strength, squat lunge, or power shrug, plate loadable device. This is a powerlift seated leg extension, leg curl. John, me, and one other dude managed to get this in the back of a trailer. And it was probably the most difficult piece of equipment to move because it was so heavy. And we didn't know what we were doing. So we managed to get it all the way from the Bay Area to Sacramento. This is a seated hamstring curl, ham tractor. It's got these handles here that actually push so you can get your feet in. So that's nice, cool feature. Elite FTS leg press machine. Elite FTS hack squat with the biggest foot platform imaginable. And then some more dumbbells over there, the hex dumbbells. Hip thrust machine. This is a sumo deadlift warm-up machine. Another reverse hyper with a different foot attachment. Some people prefer this over the belt on the other side. And then this is a hammer strength corner. So we've got chest supported row, seated shoulder press, chest incline press, chest press. Over here is a seal row, chest supported row, hammer strength high pull. And let's go outside and I will show you all of this. John, you can move around wherever you need for their viewing pleasure. We've got a spot to throw kegs and sandbags. So you don't have to set anything up. It goes up to 18 feet. You toss the sandbag over the bar. And the bar is adjustable with these threads here. Some natural stones, rocks. We've got a platform over here. Looks like our mushrooms are starting to die out. They're past their time. I'm thinking about chopping these up and making an omelet soon, but some more Atlas stones here. We got a random tire back here. Over here is the power stairs. We've got those implements. You carry the power stairs up to the top. We've got a bunch more Atlas stones down below. Some small throwing kegs. Barrels for carrying or putting stones on. We used those at a Caffeine and Kilos event. This is a frame. This is a Conan's wheel. You pick that end up and walk around in a circle. This is a car deadlift. So the car deadlift is set up, ready to go. Before, we just had this frame taken apart in the gym. So if you wanted to do car deadlifts, you had to take all the pieces outside, put them together. You had to back your car up onto the platform. You had to deadlift it, drive your car off. And it's really hard to do if you're the only person here. If you come in the gym at 2 a.m., nobody else is here, and you want to do some car deadlifts, we got you. It's set up. This is a crazy heavy car deadlift too. It's 585 pounds in hand. We measured it on a crane scale. We got a wheelbarrow back here. This is a Gorilla Strength wheelbarrow. This was used at Nationals 2021 was the year, I believe. Fingal's Fingers. These were just recently relocated. My landlord said they need to move, so I moved. And these are Fingal's Fingers. They're not set up yet, but they'll be in this area eventually. This is a Hercules hold. You stand on this platform. This was made by Texas Power Concepts. You stand on this platform, hold, grip event, you hold these, angled out at 45 degrees, and then drop it when you're done. One of the members, Caleb, made some of these additions. So he put this in here, so what happens is when you lift it up, they'll rest here. The problem was that these were free moving, so they could move 180 degrees. So if you were here and you were letting go on one hand and you pulled too far, that thing was coming over and smashing you in the head. And so he made these as stoppers, so you can't go past 90 with them. So they're much safer now. That's it. That's Untamed Strength Gym as of January 2024. I think I'm going to end it there. If you have any questions about anything, post it down in the comment section and I'll check it every once in a while, maybe for the first couple days. You can email untamedstrength@gmail.com if you have any more questions. I check that email every day. Or you can go to the website, trainuntamed.com, and submit a question through that website also. That's it. Thanks for watching, and always remember, train untamed!